Last time we've debated the ethics of D-Day tourism, but to truly understand it, we have to talk about the business behind it. Who's actually making money from all of this? Is it the local baker in Bayeux, the American travel company selling ultimate D-Day tours for 800 euros a head? Or is it governments using the grace of soldiers to build national pride? Today, we follow the money.
Let's talk numbers. The D-Day tourism industry in Normandy generates an estimated 600 million euros per year for the region. That sounds great on paper, but here is the thing. Not all of that money stays local. Large tour operators, many of them based in the US, the UK or Paris, organize premium packages that fly tourists in, bus them around and fly them back out, sometimes without a single euro going into a local restaurant or a family-run bed and breakfast.
Yeah, and on the other side, you have institution. The Mémorial de Caen, which we mentioned last time, has an annual budget of around 10 million euros, if I'm right, and welcome over 300,000 visitors a year. It's the most visit-paying museum in Normandy. Then there are the American Military Cemeteries, managed by the American Battle Monuments Commission, a US government agency. So yes, a foreign government literally manage a major part of what tourists come to see here in France.
That's how the money flows, Antonin. But whether that's a problem, that it's where we lock horns. I will take the floor first. And yes, I'm defending the system because I think the alternative is worse. First point, money enables memory. The Mémorial de Caen doesn't run on patriotism. It runs on ticket sales, partnerships, and institutional funding. Without revenue, you don't have exhibitions, you don't have educational programs, you don't have the staff who translate history for a 12-year-old on a school trip. You can't separate the mission from the money, Antonin. And second point, large operators aren't villains by default. Yes, some US-based tour companies charge a lot, but they also bring a lot of American families who want to talk the same ground their grandfather worked. Veterans, descendants who donate to local associations, for example. That spending circulates. Hotels fill up. Local guides get hired. Restaurants stay open in October instead of closing for the season.
Yeah, that's a good point about standard, Yunus. But standard for who? My first argument. The profit model changed the story being told. When money is involved, you market. And when you market, you simplify. D-Day get repackaged as the liberation of Europe. Clean, heroic, and easy to digest. Details can get left out. The French resistance becomes a footnote. And unless you actively seek out local history, the staggering cost, so over 20k civilian lives, is largely hairbrushed out of the mainstream narrative. Why? Because it doesn't fit the heroic scripts. It feels like history is being edited for profit. My second point. Local communities are being priced out of their own story. Property prices near D-Day sites have risen significantly. Some villages have become so focused on tourism infrastructure that long-term residents feel like extras in someone else's film. The people who actually live in Normandy don't always feel like they own this narrative anymore, Yunus.
Before we finish, we're not going to tell you the tourism industry is corrupt or that everyone involved is in it for the wrong reasons. Most aren't, but the system as it exists was never really designed. It evolved. And things that evolve without design tend to serve whoever has the most power, Antonin.
Okay, guys. To sum up, money and memory can coexist, but only if we're honest about the tension between them. The question isn't really just who profits with money. It's more who decide how D-Day is remembered. We really need to make sure that, above all, the people of Normandy retain the final word over their own history.
So, here is your takeaway for this episode. Next time you book a tower, look at who runs it. Look at where the money goes. Support local, ask questions. History belongs to everyone, but it shouldn't be owned by anyone.
You've been listening to episode 2 of our D-Day series, and next time we're going to talk about the generation that never knew the war and what D-Day means to us. So see you then.
Bye.
See you.